Hi everyone, welcome back to the Homestead. We are making fresh cream raw milk butter from our family cow, our foster cow Toby. And we have been working with her for about a week and finally are getting a nice amount of cream. As you can see here, let's get a little closer. This is the cream line here. So here's the milk all the way up to about here, and then you can see it starts getting a little yellower looking. That's the cream up there. And so this is milk from yesterday. We are going to take the cream off the top and then we'll get to making butter. Now the method I'm going to use today is my KitchenAid mixer. We do have the old-fashioned paddle mixer thing, and I really do want to get that working, but right now it's really sticky and doesn't turn, but it's pretty cool looking. You can see that. It's old one. Right now I just use it as decoration, but hopefully I can get that working. We can actually use it someday. So to take the cream off, there's a few different methods that people use. Some people just use a spoon or a ladle. And this is something I came up with kind of on the fly with our other cow because she calved unexpectedly, and then so we were kind of like scrambling to figure out methods, and what I used was like a big syringe. I used it as a turkey baster for years. So I used that to suck it up, but then my husband's like, I think we can afford to get you an actual turkey baster. So we got a turkey baster, and that's what I used I actually just suck the cream right off the top. Now I have been taking cream off of other jars, so it's a little dirty right now. Or it looks dirty, but I was just using it. So I just go ahead, I'll bring you in a little closer here so you can see the magic. So I can show you that this cream is really, look how thick and beautiful that is. Isn't that awesome? So then I just literally just suck the cream off of the top like crazy. And then I just take it over and put it in another jar, and I just keep going. The method I've seen where you take a big pitcher, like a drink dispensing pitcher, like you'd have at parties or something, and you pour all your milk in that, and then you let it settle. And once the cream is risen to the top, you pour the milk out of the bottom. So you like have a jug or whatever, and you're pouring the milk out. And as it goes down, what's left is your cream. And I think that's a great idea, except we're only getting, 3/4 of a gallon or so a day. So it's not really conducive for us to do that. It doesn't really make sense. But if you're getting a couple gallons of milk every day, that would totally make sense and would be a great option. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the cream off. I'm going to make sure you get as much cream off as possible, as much without getting as little of the milk as you can. You don't want a lot of milk in there. If you get some, it's not a huge deal. It's not like your product is not going to work out, if your butter specifically is not going to work, but it's just best to try to only get the cream. Okay, so I put the other jars back in the refrigerator, or the jars of milk that's left, and this is the cream that I have. Okay, so that's 2 days worth of cream. We have about 3 cups of cream, I would say there. This jar, I'm not sure how well we're gonna see this. Oh yeah, we can see this here. This jar was a couple days worth of cream as well, but it's been sitting in the fridge for a couple days waiting for me to make this video. And you can see there's a little line of milk at the bottom. So my method is not foolproof, but it's very minimal. This jar is literally filled all the way to the top. So I think it works fairly decently. In my opinion, it works. So we have roughly 5 cups of cream here, probably a little bit more than 5 cups. And I have no clue how much this is gonna make, so we're all gonna be surprised. There's a couple different methods when it comes to this as well. I've done it in my mixer, I've done it in the food processor. They both work great, honestly. The food processor worked just fine as well. I just thought today I feel like doing it in the mixer, I guess. I don't know. And then again, like I said, there's the paddle over there that I would love to use someday, and we will see about fixing that up, so maybe I can. And it is so simple. And if you don't have your own cream from your own cow, doesn't mean you can't do this. You just buy some cream at the store. Heavy whipping cream, your kids would love this. Oh, and of course you can just do the old-fashioned way of putting it in a jar and letting your kids shake it forever and getting the sillies out, and before you know it, you're gonna have cream. Or butter. It actually does. It takes a little bit, but it's not as long as you would imagine. And kids have so much fun with it. So just pour some cream in a jar and let them shake. That's literally all there is to it. And you can see this is super thick. It's so thick. I love it. Pour that one in. Okay, so this may be too much and I may regret putting this much in, but we will find out together. And I don't ever use this little guard thing for my mixer when I'm baking, never ever, but it comes in handy when making butter. Okay, here we go. I got much better lighting now. I should have done that earlier. So here we have this running on low. I might have to do a voiceover here because I'm not sure how this, you're going to be able to hear me over the mixer, but we got it going on low. Starting to get frothy. Can you see that? So the first stage we're going to hit is whipped cream. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. I don't want it splashing. Yeah, I probably put a little too much in here, but I like to push my luck sometimes. I can't even help myself look at this. Look how amazing that is. Oh my goodness. Oh, you don't even know how much I love homemade whipped cream. And it's taking every ounce of my self-control not to just dig in. Even though this is not sweetened yet, it tastes fabulous. Just fabulous. And oh my gosh. Tomorrow, that's it. I'm making a pumpkin pie. And we're going to have some, oh my gosh, whipped cream on pumpkin pie. That's so good. Oh, this is just taking a lot of self-control, guys. A lot. Yeah, I totally just ate that. That was delicious. My life is awesome. Oh, wait. I'll put that down first. Just too excited about all that whipped cream. Okay, we can make it into butter. Next up, butter. Okay, I can tell now that we are getting much closer. We are past whipped cream stage. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but it's looking oilier. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's a word. It's just looking a little bit more, oily, like butter. We're not too far away from being done. You can really see it separating. Oh yeah, look at the sides. Look at all that's all pulled down from the sides. And look how, can you hear how sloshy that is? Oh yeah. Let's actually slow it down a tad. Oh goodness, look at that. Okay, we're starting to collect the butter here. I can feel it. The machine's working hard. Bumping around. Look at that. It's such a beautiful sight. Oh my goodness. We made butter. Okay, we're getting a little too crazy here, so we are going to stop. And we're going to call that good. Now we have to actually rinse this and get all the buttermilk out of the butter, otherwise that will cause it to go rancid. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and drain this. Now the big clumps that are on the whisk, and go ahead and put in the water. But then we're gonna, you see immediately all that buttermilk that just came off of there. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm not sure how well framed that is, but get all these clumps off. If you don't do this rinsing process thoroughly, you will lose out, or you won't, it just won't last as long in your fridge. It'll only last a couple days because the buttermilk is what is going to go rancid. Otherwise, I mean, this could last weeks, and it freezes beautifully. So you have to do this rinsing process. It's crucial. Trust me, I've learned it the hard way. I've wanted to speed up the process and rinse it just a little bit, and lo and behold, my hard work was thwarted just within a few days when I had stinky, rancid butter, and it was sad. Don't do what I do. Just follow the rules. Now it's stuck to my... Okay, you might not be able to get every single piece, but try. That's a lot of work, especially when you hand milked for that. Okay, so there's a buttermilk that's going to be stored in a separate container for future use. Cold water. You squeeze it. I'm going to have to get fresh water. It's not ideal doing it right here, but to tell you the truth, my sink's a mess, so we aren't doing it at the sink. Real life here. So you just go ahead, you just knead it, and you can literally see the buttermilk in the butter. Again, obviously make sure your hands are clean, all that good stuff. It's a weird thing to have to rinse your butter. I mean, and to like play with the butter like this, it's odd, but it really is necessary. Let's see if I can show you guys how you can see the buttermilk. Let's see. I'm not sure that you can see that, but if I squeeze it, you can see the white milk coming out, and that's the buttermilk. I'm going to take this to the sink, and I'm going to rinse this off, and I will be back. All right, so here we are. I have rinsed this a bunch, and you can see the water now is clear, and that's how you know that it's done if your water turns clear. So that was 5 cups of ish. It was probably, like I said, probably around 5.5 cups of cream, and that's what I got out of it. Let's find out the magic number. All right, so honestly, that's 9.35 ounces of butter. That's all I got out of 5 cups. So it does take a lot of cream to get a good amount of butter, but I'm thrilled. This is going to be coveted in a container in a fridge, or if you have an excess of butter, you can take it and wrap it in saran wrap and wrap it in a couple layers of freezer paper and stick it in your freezer, and it will last you for months. Fresh made versus store-bought. Thank you for joining me on the homestead today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are new here, and I will see you next time. Bye!